Alright, welcome back. This week is just basically an update of what I've been doing basically behind the scenes of the camera. Because obviously I haven't shown you, I've shown you a fair amount of what I've done on the Z650 with the cleaning obviously and the spraying of the engine. But obviously there's other bits I've been doing basically behind the scenes during the week where I can fit anything in within sort of like, you know, half an hour to an hour or so, just to get out here, get a bit done and then call it a day. So basically today I'm just basically going to recap and go back over a few bits we've done, a few photos of the stages that I've gone through, and also show you where I'm at with different bits and pieces. Because obviously I've worked on some of the cases, I've done a lot of polishing, I've spent hours polishing. Show you where we are with, let's say, the engine cases themselves really haven't changed, but obviously they've had time to dry, so they've come out really well. So we'll recap on those and have a look through. As far as the actual engine parts, not much has changed there. I've still got a couple of the pistons to go through and clean up, and also I've got to go through the valves. Obviously we've bagged them up and labelled them up so I know exactly which one's which. As I said in a previous episode, carburetors, long-term project on those. It's going to take time. They were filthy, grimy. You saw the state of some of them in the earlier videos. They are starting to come up. It's going to take time to get them sorted. I'm still working through the actual main rail that holds them all together. That's still got a lot of work to do. But as I say, those are the sort of things I'm actually concentrating off camera. I'm showing you the bits obviously that you want to see and need to see and are interesting to see. But some of the laborious bits I'm just knocking them out as best I can off camera. So we'll start with the engine cases, and as I say, not much has changed there, but as I say, they have dried, they do look good. I'm pleased with the results of them. And then we'll move on to the actual outer cases that I've already started working on. Some of them are finished, and where I've got to on certain bits. So that's the next bit. So as regards to the actual crankcases, cylinder head, barrels, etc. Yeah, not much has changed. As I say, really pleased with how they've come out. It's all been done by hand. It's not a perfect finish, but it does look pretty good. I say I've still got obviously this surface to clean up. I say cylinder head, that's come out pretty well. And there's the barrels. They've had a couple of days to dry so far, but pleased with the actual finish. So that's basically the actual engine cleaning itself is pretty much done. As I say, I've still got a couple of pistons and the valves to go through. But the main sort of cases, etc. No, happy with how that's gone. It's gone relatively quickly, so which is good. But next I'll show you where I'm at with the actual outer cases. Right, so I'll unwrap these in a moment. There's a couple there. There's a whole watch there. I've spent a lot of time actually polishing. So everything I've wrapped up. Right, so that's the housing that sits on top of the engine. Right, so that should give you some idea of the actually polishing against the paint. Still a little bit more to do on this one. But basically that it gives you an idea of the look and of what I'm aiming for. So a little bit more to do on that one. Probably needs to go through a final buff once more. But again, pleased with how that one's come out. Right, so next is the actual sprocket cover. Again, I've still got, this is a work in progress at the moment, I've still got areas under here to do. Obviously the back's all got to be cleaned. I say that one's in progress at the moment, so I just gave it a quick buff just to give you an idea of the look. But as I say, there's a lot more to do on this one. But overall, pleased with how that one's coming out. Again, everything's wrapped in basically bubble wrap. Keep dirt and dust and scratch marks. Alright, the last one on the engine at the moment is the actual generator cover. Again, pleased with how that one's come out. A few little areas underneath just to re-go over. But overall, coming out well. Alright, so again, I'll just loosely put it on. Just to give you an idea of the polished against the paint. Actually, I'll put the other bits on as well. As I say, the inner sprocket cover, obviously, that's just basically been painted the same as the outer cases. But I'll stick the covers on here and here, give you an idea. Alright, there we go. So they're just loosely placed. As I say, this one's still got more work to do. They'll probably all go under a final buff again. As I say, with the contrast of the matte aluminium, it's starting to come up really well. Right, so I'll clear that off the bench and I'll show you a few of the other bits I've managed to get done. Right, basically last three bits at the moment. As I say, I've still got lots more to do. Main brake hub, rear brake. That's all done. Right, actually done edge of the sprocket carrier. So that's come out really well. And the last one, thing is they're supposed to be black, main top clamp. So I have a choice basically. I did get, well, I do have a spare, so one got polished, one will be black. And actually no, there is one more. Again, same with the headlight bulb. I do have two. So I've actually polished one, so it needs a bit more just here. So one got polished, the other one will be painted, and then I'll basically choose. Didn't take too long to actually do these two, but I just wanted to have a look. I know they're not as standard, because it would have been a black back with the chrome ring, and obviously they would have been black, but I have the option. But let me know what you think. It's either or, but as I say, that's a much later thing to worry about. So right, one other one I forgot about. I actually started doing a bit on one of the shocks. Again, I think on the original the springs were actually polished. Let's say the springs on this were pretty in a pretty bad state. I've still got the actual main bell housing to polish up. That's just one of them done so far. I did find the other one. So see how that one goes. As I say, that's got a lot more work to do. I need to get this all polished up, get all this bottom finished off, but no, it came out well. Alright, the other thing I've been up to, if you remember the state of the mudguards, front and rear, obviously yes, they've been painted blue as well, like everything else on this bike. So I've started a small area of paint stripper. I need to see the quality underneath. Is it savable? Is it any good? This one I'm not going to be too sure about. I've had a look online and these are very expensive. The only one I saw decent I think was, it was either 150 or 170 pounds for one of these, and that will just blow my budget completely. So I'm going to try them with the paint stripper, strip them back, and basically see how they go. If they aren't savable, they aren't savable, but at least I've had a look, had a try. As I say, I was just doing this back section as a testing area. Depending how this one goes, I'll see maybe on that one, I don't know. Again, I'd like to keep them, they are the originals, but they're in a bad state. So that basically gives you an insight of what I get up to off camera, where I've got so far. I mean, yeah, some of the parts, obviously, where I've gone on to basically the rear wheel, it's deviated from the actual engine, but it's like I'm in there, I may as well just keep churning them out. I've got the spare time obviously during the week. well, if I can, it's obviously the odd half hour, etc. here and there. So I'll try and get as much as I can done. I don't really feel like I need to explain polishing. I mean, I have done other videos on polishing, so you can go and check them out. And most people have got a rough idea of the concept of metal polishing and how it works. I just want to try and keep this flowing while keeping stuff going in the background, so I'm trying to do as much as I can in the background while trying to show you interesting content that you can learn and I can learn from. But as I say, so that's roughly where I am at the moment. As I say, there's still a stack of work left to do. There's a lot in here, a lot more polishing to do. But as I say, I'll keep you, or what I'll do is I'll probably do these update videos on a regular basis, so you can at least understand and see where I am. Obviously, yeah, the engine reassembly, yes, you will see all of that. That's an important part of the build. So hopefully that will be coming up, not the next episode, but the episode after. Next episode, I'm going to do the Hayabusa update. Obviously it's been a couple of weeks since its MOT. I've ridden it quite a lot, still running. I had lots of questions of what it's like, how it feels, etc. So I'm going to answer them in the next video. I've done a couple more tests with the new GoPro camera. Well, it's actually a Git 2 camera and microphone system. I've done a few more tests on that, and I kind of ironed out all the little errors, and obviously because the audio wasn't great in the MOT video, so I think I've ironed that out. It's just getting used to new technology and new equipment for me, basically. So next episode will basically be an on-bike kind of vlog, really. I suppose could be classified as a vlog, moto vlog, or it's not something I've ever done, but we'll try that in the next episode, and then the following episode after that, I'll basically be starting the reassembly of the bottom crankcase and starting to put all these bits back together. Obviously the oil pump has got to be put back together, so we'll do that in that episode. But that just about wraps it up. Like I say, any questions in the comments box below. I appreciate all the feedback I get. I reply to everyone. Obviously it's getting more difficult and takes me a little bit longer, obviously, as the channel grows, but I do still answer. So hit that comment box, and like I say, any questions, I'll try and help you. Links to other videos top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.